biography on renowned social worker and current chairman of the State Innovation and Transformation Aayog, Assam, Dipok Kumar Barthakur, was released at the Taj Vivanta in Guwahati this evening. Authored by veteran journalist and editor-in-chief of Northeast Live news channel Wasbir Hussain, the book, titled Dipok Kumar Barthakur, Right Turn in Assam, was released by Chief Minister of Assam Sarbananda Sonowal, Dattatreya, Hosabole, General Secretary RSS, and Assam Health and Finance Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma. Published by Word Weaves India, the book chronicles the life of work of Dipok Kumar Barthakur, a man who has devoted more than 6 decades of his life in service of the nation. Dipok Kumar Barthakur is someone who has been associated with organizations as diverse as the Vivekananda Kendra, Bharat Vikas Parishad, Shishu Shiksha Samiti, Nagrik Samabay Bank, Sri Shankar Dev Netralay and Balaji Temple. The book explores his association with these organizations and the work these organizations undertook in Assam and Northeast for the betterment of the society. His contribution in the field of education, art and theatre, healthcare, skill development, among others, has been well documented in the book. The book narrates the consolidation of RSS in Assam and the Northeast and about the early days of BJP in the region. Dipok Kumar Barthakur was closely associated with both these organizations during its early days and had a major role in their growth in the region. The book also chronicles the days of 1975 emergency and Assam agitation and the role that Dipok Kumar Barthakur played during those days. His associations with stalwarts like Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Eknath Ranade, Shankaracharya and Satradhikars of the Satras in Assam too have been detailed in the book. Well, the activities undertaken by SITA during his tenure as its vice chairman too feature in the book. And we have the first reactions coming in from Dipok Borthakur. Let's listen in.
উপকৃত হয় আৰু ভাল লাগিব কাৰণ ইয়াত মই নিজৰ অন্তৰৰ পৰা যিখিনি উপলব্ধি কৰিছোঁ এই ৭০-৮০ বছৰ অসমীয়া মানুহ হৈ যিখিনি অভাৱ আমাৰতো একো নাই এতিয়াও মানে সম্ভাৱনা সব আছে প্ৰচুৰ হেৰি আছে কিন্তু আমি নিজে কৰিব পৰা নাই এইটো সাধাৰণতে দোষ আমাৰ ওপৰত দিলে হ'ল কাম কৰিব সময় হৈছে এতিয়া টঙালী মানুহ ওলাব লাগে লাচিতৰ কথা কৈ থাকিলে নহ'ব লাচিত নিজে হ'ব লাগিব খুব ভাল ধৰণে যদি ইয়াত অসমৰ নিচিনা ঠাইত আমি সমবায় কোঅপাৰেটিভ যিটো কয় সঁচা অৰ্থত কোঅপাৰেটিভ যদি ছ'চাইটি কৰিব পাৰোঁ সকলো ধৰণৰ মানুহক লৈ পেলাই এটা নতুন অসমৰ আমি সূৰ্য উদয় হোৱা দেখিব পাৰিম
And addressing the gathering, author Wasbir Hussain gave an insight of the life of Dipok Barthakur and his association with social work.
I still actually don't know why Dipok Kumar Dangoria had asked me to author, research and author his authorized biography. About a year ago, when I finally realized that he was serious, I started thinking about it. I was already acquainted with his life and work, having interviewed him once for my television talk show that was a few years ago. So it didn't take long for me to say yes to the idea. After all, here is a man who has been neck deep in social service for the past 7 decades and has been associated with organizations about which few people in Assam had heard of before his involvement. Yes, you heard it right. I said he has been associated with social work for 7 decades. And if he is 80 plus now, that means he must have started his social work when he was a teenager. And that exactly is the case because immediately after his high school finals, he plunged headlong into social work, and that is Dipok Kumar Barthakur Dangoria for you.
And Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal and NEDA convener Himanta Biswa Sarma also addressed the gathering on the occasion.
Dipok Kumar Barthakur Dangoriyar Jibon aru Kormorajir Uporat Adharito Dipok Kumar Barthakur Right Turn in Assam Shirkok গ্ৰন্থখনি আজি উভয়দলি অনুষ্ঠানত যে আপোনালোক সকলোৱে অংশগ্ৰহণ কৰি বৰঠাকুৰ দাক মই ভাবো কৃতজ্ঞতা জ্ঞাপন কৰিছো তেখেতৰ জীৱনজোৰা সাধনা এই গ্ৰন্থখনিত প্ৰকাশ ঘটাবৰ বাবে প্ৰতিফলন ঘটাবৰ বাবে ৱাছবিৰ হুছেইন ডাঙৰীয়াই যিখিনি পদক্ষেপ লৈছে মই তেখেতক বিশেষভাৱে ধন্যবাদ জনাইছো Dipok Kumar Barthakur Dangoriyak বহু দিনৰ পৰাই তেখেতক জনাৰ মই উপাৰ্য বুটলিবলৈ সক্ষম হৈছিল সদৌ অসম ছাত্ৰ সন্থাৰ এগৰাকী বিষয়ববীয়া হিচাপে যেতিয়া উজান বজাৰলৈ গৈছিল তেতিয়াই বৰঠাকুৰক বিভিন্ন সময়ত লগ পাইছিল আৰু প্ৰতিটো সাক্ষাৎকাৰতে তেখেতে সদায় ৰাজ্যখনৰ জনতাৰ কথা ৰাষ্ট্ৰৰ জনতাৰ কথা প্ৰতিটো মুহূৰ্ততে আমাক পৰাই দিছিল আৰু সততাই নিষ্ঠাৰে কাম কৰিবৰ বাবে উদগনি দিছিল পৰামৰ্শ দিছিল আৰু সেই গৰাকী
মই ৱাছবিৰ হুছেইন ডাঙৰীয়াক ধন্যবাদ জনাম যে দীপক দাৰ বৰ্ণাঢ্য জীৱনক ৰাইজৰ আগত প্ৰকাশ কৰাৰ বাবে যি প্ৰচেষ্টা চলোৱা হ'ল আৰু আজি সফলতাৰে পুথিখন আমাৰ সন্মুখত উন্মোচিত হ'ল মই ৱাছবিৰ হুছেইন ডাঙৰীয়াক ধন্যবাদ জনাম আজিৰ এই অনুষ্ঠানত পৰম আদৰণীয় দত্তজীৰ উপস্থিতিয়ে আমাক এই কথা সকলোকে সোঁৱৰাই দিছে যে অসমত ৰাষ্ট্ৰবাদী চিন্তাধাৰাৰ বিকাশত দীপক বৰঠাকুৰৰ অৱদান কিমান আৰু সেই অৱদানক যি ধৰণে আজি অকল ৰাজ্যখনতে নহয় সমগ্ৰ দেশতে যি ধৰণে মানুহে স্বীকাৰ কৰে তাক তেখেতৰ উপস্থিতিয়ে আজি আকৌ এবাৰ প্ৰমাণিত কৰিছে
And speaking to the media after the book launch, Sarma said the book Right Turn in Assam brings to light the association of Dipok Kumar Barthakur with various social organizations and his dedication to social work.
Amar hokolore shraddhar Dipok Kumar Barthakur Dangoriyar ekhon biography Wasbir Hussain Dangoriyai likhi uliaisile আজি তাৰ প্ৰকাশ হ'ল য'ত ৰাষ্ট্ৰীয় স্বয়ংসেৱক সংঘৰ স্বৰ কাৰ্যবা দত্তত্ৰেয় হজবলে ডাঙৰীয়া উপস্থিত আছিল দীপক বৰঠাকুৰৰ বৰ্ণাঢ্য জীৱন আৰু বিবেকানন্দ কেন্দ্ৰ শংকৰদেৱ শিশু নিকেতন নাগৰিক বেংক বিভিন্ন অনুষ্ঠান তেখেতে কি ধৰণে নিৰ্মাণত নেপথ্যত থাকি এক পৰ্বত সমান ভূমিকা পালন কৰিছিল সেই বিষয়ে অসমৰ ৰাইজে এই পুথিখনৰ পৰা গম পাব আৰু তেখেতৰ জীৱনৰ বিষয়ে বহু কথা জানিবলৈ পাব অনুষ্ঠানত উপস্থিত থাকি মই নিজে যথেষ্ট আনন্দিত হৈছোঁ
On the other hand, author of the biography and Northeast Life editor-in-chief Wasbir Hussain termed the project as a fascinating experience.
Well, it was a fascinating journey. It was a year ago during the lockdown when I got a call from Mr. Dipok Borthakur, saying that whether I would like to write his biography. He was on my show once. I had interviewed him. I was aware of his life and work. It was such a vast area of work that he has been involved in. So I was quite thrilled when he called me. I went and had a round-up talk with him. And then when the discussions began, one facet after another emerged of the man. He was such a selfless man, as I have said. It's not just he was with RSS, he joined RSS. It's not like that. Here is a man who dedicated his life to the society. And what is interesting is that people came to know about certain organizations in Assam only because of his involvement. That is one of the very interesting things. And he was a bridge between, he was a man who saw the Sangh, right? From how the Sangh started its journey in Assam and the northeastern region. And so, writing the book was an eye-opener for me because I also did not know many things, how he was a bridge between the ASU and the ABVP and so on and so forth. So it was a very interesting journey actually. The RSS is a heavily misunderstood organization. A lot of people think that it is only an organization that is in the pursuit of religion or to spread a particular religion, but that is not the case. RSS is basically involved in so much of serious social work that talking to Dipok Barthakur, one, I could imagine the extent of social work. Because in '79 he started schools under the banner of the Sankardev Sisu Niketan. And today there are 600 schools. And interestingly, these 600 schools, not that only Hindus go to those schools. People from all faiths, children from all faiths are studying in Sankardev Sisu Niketan. And recently, a couple of years ago, it was a Muslim who topped the high school final examinations from one of these schools. So this is a very interesting fact. Some of these and several other interesting facts came to light during my interaction with Dipok Barthakur. And particularly, I want the younger generation to read this book because it's not just about Dipok Borthakur, but it's about his life and times and about the various organizations that is engaged in selfless social service in Assam and the Northeast.